Thank you very much, Sai Baba. At the outset, let me actually congratulate Sai Baba and the Sports Coaching Foundation for taking the initiative in getting our former players who have a rich fund of experience to come and share their experiences with us. At the outset, we are meeting here on the National Sports Day, which happens to be the birthday of Dhyan Chand. He was earlier known as Dhyan Singh, a person who had a great deal of attention, concentration, observation, memory, intelligence, imagination, and discipline. These were the qualities which are required for any person who has to do dhyana. And his name was Dhyana Singh. Now this Dhyan Singh used to practice at night in moonlight. Today we have stadia, we have all facilities, but students don't practice. In those days, they had none of these things. And he, when he joined the army, was practicing in the nights. Because he was practicing in the nights, in the moonlight, his name was actually called as Chand. So Dhyan Singh became Dhyan Chand. So you see how things happen. That means despite the adversities, he was one person who was able to rise above them and to show. And there's a very interesting story told about Dhyan Singh. Dhyan Singh, I believe, was a young lad and his father was working in the army. So he went to the army unit one day and then there was a match between the Europeans and the Indian teams. When the match was going on, this chap said, "Allow me to play. I can easily score 5 goals. I can easily score 5 goals. They are doing a big mistake. They are not able to see the gaps and then go and hit the goal." So he was first told, "Keep quiet." Then later on, when he pestered his father, the father went to the commanding officer and told the commanding officer, "Why don't you give my child a chance?" So he said, "All right, I'll give you a chance." So he gave him the chance, and lo and behold, he was able to weave his way through them and scored the goal. So therefore, from that time onwards, they said, "So good, and we have spotted this talent. And once we have spotted the talent, why not we actually recruit him as a sepoy?" I am talking of my own studentship. We had a physical education instructor whose duty was every boy in the class had to have a minimum level of fitness. 100 meters, how much time does it take? High jump, how can he do on his own? Long jump, how can he do on his own? And how many pull-ups he can actually do? These were all actually tests for this thing, and only those people who first did it was allowed to play a game, and each boy was supposed to choose a game depending on the physical education master saying for what he is very good. I remember when I was a boy playing hockey in my school, my physical education teacher would always tell me, "Boy, remember 4 things if you want to be a good hockey player." And what are the 4 things that he told me? 1, you must have strength. You must be strong. You must have stamina. You must have speed. And you must have suppleness. That means you must be able to bend your body in whichever way. It must be like rubber. Only then you will be able to do. And all the time you have to bend while you are moving with the stick. Therefore your back muscles must be extremely strong. So you see, the way in which at a very, very young age itself we were actually told what is important in terms of physical fitness, and we used to be told, and we were given a formula. The formula was very simple. It is ACOMID, ACOMID. They said this is the principle of all education. Says all education starts from attention. So when someone is talking to you, you must be fully attentive. Attention. Second stage is called concentration. Without attention, you cannot concentrate. Why is it on the parade ground, the first order given is Savdhan. Everyone stand to attention. That means you are making them mentally, physically alert actually. So that is the first stage. Attention leads to concentration. Concentration leads to observation. You learn a lot from observation. Observation, if you observe, it gets part of your memory. So it gets memorized. Once you get memorized, you can recall that incident. you can recall its lesson, and therefore it sets your imagination thinking. And once the imagination starts thinking, then you are able to develop ideas. And those ideas will help you on. And that is why we say all these things must be held together, because how to hold it together is where discipline is actually required.